ओम नमः भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमः भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमः भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिके। कृष्णसुधामुपगते धर्म ज्ञानादिभिः सह कलौ नष्टदृशामेष पुराण अर्क अधुना उदितः। श्रीमद्भागवतम की जय। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th canto, chapter 18. King Jajati regains his youth. Text 50 and 51. In board, the 51 verse is written. So I am reading myself text 50, then we will together chant 51. तमेव हृदि विनश्य वासुदेवं गुहाशयं नारायणम् अनियांसं निराशीरयजत् प्रभुं। Translation. Without material desires, Maharaja Jati worshipped the Supreme Lord, who is situated in everyone's heart as Narayana and is invisible to materialize, although existing everywhere. Small purport by Srila Prabhupada. King Jajati, although externally seems very fond of material enjoyment, was internally thinking of becoming an eternal servant of the Lord. Text 51. Evam Varsha Sahasrani मनसस्थैर मनः सुखं विदधानो अपि नातृप्यात् सर्वभौम कद इंद्रियै। एवं वर्ष सहस्राणि मनः सहस्रैर्मनः सुखं विदधानो अपि नातृप्यात् सर्वभौम कदिन्द्रियैः। एवं वर्ष सहस्राणि मनः षष्ठैर्मनः सुखं विदधानोऽपि नातृप्यात् सार्वभौम कदिन्द्रियैः। एवं वर्ष सहस्राणि मनः षष्ठैर्मनः सुखं विदधानोऽपि नातृप्यात् सर्वभौम कदैन्द्रियैः। एवं वर्ष सहस्राणि मनः षष्ठैर्मनः सुखं विदधानोऽपि नातृप्यात् सर्वभौम कदिन्द्रियैः। एवं वर्ष सहस्राणि मनः स्वस्थैर्मनः सुखम् विदधानोऽपि न तृप्यात् सार्वभौम कदिन्द्रियैः एवं वर्ष सहस्राणि मनः स्वस्थैर्मनः सुखम् विदधानोऽपि न तृप्यात् सर्वभौम कदिन्द्रियैः एवं वर्ष सहस्राणि मनः स्वस्थैर्मनः सुखम् विदधानोऽपि न तृप्यात् Vaishnavis, मनः स्वस्थैर्मनः सुखम् विदधानोऽपि न तृप्यत् सर्वभौम कदिन्द्रियैः. Word meaning: evam, in this way, varsha sahasrani, for 1,000 years, manasasthai, by the mind and 5 knowledge acquiring senses, manasukham, temporary happiness created by the mind, vidadhana, executing, api, although, na tripyat, could not be satisfied, sarvabhauma, although he was the king of the entire world, kat indriyayi, because of possessing impure senses. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Aravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: although Maharaj Jajati was the king of the entire world and he engaged his mind and 5 senses in enjoying material possessions for 1,000 years, he was unable to be satisfied. Please repeat. Although Maharaj Jajati was the king of the entire world and he engaged his mind and 5 senses in enjoying material possessions for 1,000 years, he was unable to satisfy. Purport: the Kadindriya or the unpurified senses can be purified if one engages the senses and the mind in Krishna consciousness. Sarva upadhi vinirmuktam tatparatvena nirmalam. One must be freed from all discussions. When one identifies himself with the material world, his senses are impure. But when one achieves spiritual relations and identifies himself as a servant of the Lord, his senses are purified immediately. Engagement of purified senses in the service of the Lord is called bhakti. Hisikena hisikesa sevanam bhakti ruchyate. One may enjoy the senses for many thousands of years, but unless one purifies the senses, one cannot be happy. Thus end the Bhakti Vedanta purports of the 9th canto, 18th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled King Jajati Regains His Youth. Om Ajnanatimira Jnananjana Shailakaya Chakhyurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurubhe Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanitam Tang Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषः शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरतिसे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So translation again, version translation. Text 50 and 51. तमेव हृदि विनश्य वासुदेवं गुहाशयं नारायणम् अनीयं साम निराशीरजयत् प्रभुं। Without material desires, Maharaj Ajati worshipped the Supreme Lord, who is situated in everyone's heart as Narayan and is invisible to material eyes, although existing everywhere. Text 51. Evam varsha sahasrani manasasthairmana sukham vidadhano api natripyat sarva bhauma kadindriyahi. Although Maharaj Ajati was the king of the entire world and he engaged his mind and five senses in enjoying material possessions, for 1000 years he was unable to be satisfied. So this 9th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam is describing the one topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, that is Isanu Katha. The 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam. In 2nd canto, 10th chapter, the first verse, Sukadeva Goswami explained. Ata swarga visargascha sthana posana mutaya manvantara Isanu Katha nirodho muktir ashraya. There are 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam. First, the swarga, this is the primary creation, that is the creation that made by the Supreme Lord himself, by Sri Krishna or Lord Vishnu. Then the Visarga, the secondary creation, that is by Lord Brahma. Then Sthana, then when Brahma created the living entities were situated in different planets. So the explanation of the Sthana, planetary systems. Posana, how Lord gave them protection to the living entities. He is the ultimate maintainer of the living entities. Sthana, Posana, Utaya. Utaya means Uti. The impetus, the desires within. Within us there are living entities, both desires, the pious desires and also sinful desires. Sthana, Posana, Utaya, then Manvantara. Manvantara was described in 8th canto. 8th canto is vividly described about different Manvantaras. There is 14 Manus. They are ruling in one day of Brahma. In one day of Brahma there is 1000 Yuga cycles. And every Manu is ruling about 71 Yuga Chakras, Chatur Yugas. So in this way, the 8th canto was describing about Manvantara, the history of the different Manus. And the 9th canto is Isanukatha, Isa Anukatha. Isa, the Lord, Supreme Lord, and his devotees and living entities. The interactions, they are different pastimes of the Lord, like Ramachandra's pastimes also described here. And different kings, how they achieve liberation, because Prabhupada gave this 9th canto as a title as liberation. 9th canto deals with liberation. In a heading of this canto, Prabhupada liberation. So how they achieve liberation, actually different kings, the history of different kings, and how he ultimately, just like Jajati also, ultimately he also attained liberations. And 10th canto about Isanukatha, Nirodha. Nirodha is about how the material energy, how ultimately how it destroyed everything by the Supreme Lord. So, Nirodha Mukti, then Mukti Ashraya. This Mukti is described specifically in 11th canto. The Navajogendra, the Mukti, and Ashraya is the 10th canto, the ultimate shelter, the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So in this canto specifically, 9th canto, Isa Anukatha, the one topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. And how this Bhagavatam, all the characters, the name of the different characters are described, discussed. But Jiva Goswami says all these names are mentioned in pages of Srimad Bhagavatam, they are not conditioned souls. They are all liberated souls. Whether it is Ajamila or anywhere here is Mahajapa, they are simply acting in such a way to teach the conditioned souls how to take shelter of Krishna, who is the ultimate shelter. Because unless if they are conditioned souls, by hearing the pastimes of the conditioned souls, we cannot be free from the conditional life. So they are all liberated souls, but simply acting according to the will of the Supreme Lord. So they are actually Hiranyakashipu or Prahlad. What is the difference? Hiranyakashipu is also liberated soul, he is not conditioned soul. He is from Vaikuntha planet, Jaya. So this pastime, so we should not mistake these peoples are there, we are discussing about Jajati, they are not conditioned souls. They are simply acting in such a way according to the supreme will of the Lord to teach us, to the conditioned souls, how to act. So, Maharaj Jajati story, you have already heard in the previous classes. This is after describing the Surya Vangsha, the kings of Surya Vangsha, Surya dynasty, Maharaj Ramachandra dynasty, they started from Vivaswana. Vivaswana Manava Praho, Manu Ikhyako Abravat Jai Gita, 4th chapter, Krishna is telling. This Gita was spoken to sun god Vivaswana. Vivaswana told it to his son Vaivaswata Manu. Then Ikhyako, in that dynasty, the Surya dynasty. Then there is Moon dynasty. Kshatriyas are in two dynasty, Surya dynasty and Moon dynasty, Sun dynasty and Moon dynasty. Moon god, there is also the Atri. Brahma's son was Atri, and Atri's son was Moon. Then Moon's son was Buddha, and Buddha's son was Pururava. Pururava's son was Nahusa, and Nahusa's son was Jajati. In this way, this is Chandra dynasty is coming. So Maharaj Jajati, he already heard how he has somehow other, by the will of the providence, he got married to Devajani, daughter of Sukracharya, the younger daughter of Sukracharya. And also to the daughter of Vrishaparva, King Vrishaparva, the Sarmistha. This episode already described before. So how then Jajati was promised to Sukracharya that he will not beget any child in the womb of Sarmistha. Sarmistha is come with Devajani as her maid servant, with other there are thousands Sakhis that they were serving to Sarmistha. Sarmistha was a princess. So they all came as the maidservant of Devajani. So in the course of time, when Devajani got the children from Jajati, Jai Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Krishna Balaram ki jai, Radha Sar. So naturally Sarmistha also developed desire to have a child, and Jajati also impregnated her. And so when Devajani come to know about this, then he left Jajati and went to his father Sukracharya, and Sukracharya became very angry and he cursed to Jajati to lost his sexual powers for enjoyment. So finally Sukracharya saw that it is also lost for his own daughter. So in this way Jajati also begged his forgiveness, and finally Sukracharya told, okay, if you have 4 sons, if any son accepted your old age and in exchange of his youth, then you can enjoy with my daughter. So anyhow, so finally you know how these 3 sons, Jadu was the eldest son. He was a great devotee of the Supreme Lord. So when he knows that his father is going to use that young age for his own sense gratification, just for enjoying sex life, so he was not agreed, because he were preparing himself in future. He knows that Narada Muni told him that Krishna will appear in your dynasty in future. So anyhow, he refused for a good cause, valid cause. That's why Krishna, though he not follow the order of Jajati, but Krishna, because he was a great devotee of Krishna, Krishna appeared in his dynasty. Though he lost his as emperor of world, he could not become emperor of world. Jadu become emperor of the world after. But still, Krishna prefers to appear in his dynasty. And the other 2 sons, they simply blindly just follow. They did not know what is the goal of life or what is they simply did not want to. They were completely full of material desires. So they don't know why we will exchange our young age. So anyhow, finally Puru was agreed. Puru was the youngest son. So now 1,000 years he enjoyed with Devajani, the sex life. Then in next chapter we'll see how he has got frustrated. He just compared himself he told the story to Devajani, he goat and she goat, how they spend uselessly time. This is in the next paragraph, next chapter. So here we see that Sukadeva Goswami is explaining, though he externally Jajati was seeing he was was simply engaged in his sense gratification, in sex life with Devajani, but internally he was always thinking of the Supreme Lord. Because that's why internally, or with the Prabhupada translated, that is, without material desires, Maharaj Jajati worshipped the Supreme Lord, who is situated in everyone's heart as Narayan, and is invisible to materialize, although existing everywhere. So Jajati, he was internally he knows that I am doing something wrong, and that is happened sometimes. That is because due to our influence of the mode of passion, Arjuna asked the same question to Krishna. Papa charati purusa, why someone do sinful activities? Even he knows that these sinful activities, but still we know that we should not do these things. We should not waste our life just for sense gratification. But still, something forced him to enact in such a way. Why it happens? So Krishna told, Kamayasa, Krodhayasa, Rajaguna samudbhava mahasana mahapapma vidhena iha vairinam. This is your eternal enemy. O Arjuna, you identify these enemies, this lust, kamas and anger. Lust, then other brothers are there in line. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madam, they are there. But all these things because of the influence of Rajaguna, because we are associating with that mood, mood of Rajaguna. So that's why, because though he was a king, a Kshatriya king generally, they are influenced by the Rajaguna. Brahman is in Sattva-guna in mood of goodness. So anyhow, generally a king is not supposed to be a bachelor. King has to be a queen. He has to be get married and he should follow the varnashrama properly. Up to 25 years there is brahmacharya, then king, then he become a king. Or if he is in grahastha life up to 50, then vanaprastha in 50, then finally optional. Sannyasi is optional for the Kshatriya. Kshatriya is up to vanaprastha, like Pandavas. So anyhow, so Jajati, he knows these principles. He knows these principles. So though he was externally engaged, his powerful senses, the word is he is kada indriya, because his senses are not controlled. They are uncontrolled senses. So he knows that this I should not be lost and waste my life just in this, like this sex life, simply enjoying. But still, he could not control himself externally. He was enjoying, but internally he was thinking, I am doing something wrong. And he was praying to the Lord within. So that's why the Prabhupada writing in purport, the Kadendriya or the unpurified senses can be purified if one engages the senses with mind in Krishna consciousness. Mana sasthair, mana sasthair, mind and also the 6 senses. This like becomes 7. Mana sasthair, mana sukham. To this verse, we see Sridhar Swami is writing his commentary. Mana sukham kama bhogam ka indriya kutsitahi. Mana sukham, this mind or senses, they provide some certain type of pleasure, but that what type of pleasure? Kama bhogam, simply to satisfy our lusty desires. So this is kutsitai, this type of desires, this is not proper desire. It's kutsitai, they are very ugly desires, simply satisfy our senses. But the real goal of life is to satisfy Krishna. That's why Prabhupada is giving the definition of devotional service. Actually our purpose is Rishikena Hishikesa Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. The Jivera Swarupa Hai Krishnera Nitya Das, a living entity, is eternal servant of Krishna. So he is as an eternal servant, his position is to serve the Supreme Lord, engage in devotional service of the Lord. Hishikena Hishikesa Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. But when we engaged our senses only for our own sense gratification, for our own satisfaction, then this is called kutsita. This is kutsita, as Sridhar Swami is telling. Indriyai kutsitahi. They are not, the indriya, the senses are not supposed to just used for our own sense gratification, to satisfy our lusty desires. Rather, the senses are meant for the service of Krishna, the master of senses. So, that is the duty of living entity. Indriya, but paranmukhai indriyai. Actually, our senses, they must be utilized paranmukhai, for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord. That's why Prabhupada is writing here that sarvapadhi vinirmukta tat parattana nirmalam hishikena hishikesa sevanam bhakti ruchyate. The real position of a living entity to perform pure devotional service unto Krishna. This is the only goal. As Narottam Das Thakur says, Manava janama labhiya Radha Krishna nabhajiya जानिया सुनिया विष खाइनु, हरि हरि विफले जन्म गवाइनु. Hey, oh Hari, Lord Hari, oh Krishna, I just spent my life uselessly, uselessly without serving the lotus feet of Radha Krishna. The human life is only meant for serving Radha Krishna. Na bhajiya, Radha Krishna na bhajiya, and knowingly I am drinking poison. So, that's why this is the ultimate goal of the human life. So that's why Maharaj Jajati also repenting, though he is externally he was just overpowered by his senses and mind. Their mano sastha indriyani prakriti sthani karsati. Just jima maivangsa jiva loke jiva huta sanatana. Krishna told in 15th chapter, Bhagavad Gita, 7th verse. The living entity, they are my part and parcel. But their eternal position is to serve the Krishna. But mano sastha indriyani prakriti sthani karsati. But this, because of uncontrolled mind and the uncontrolled impure senses, she was forcefully acting in such a way. But he knows that sometimes, because of Krishna's mercy, a living entity sometimes, like Jajati, he is also thinking within, what I am doing, this is not good. Internally he was lamenting, what I am doing. This is not proper. This is due to the causeless mercy of Krishna. Krishna jadi kripa kare, kaun bhagyavane, guru antarjami rupe sikhaye apane. When Krishna shows his special mercy to a living entity, then he teaches within. As a super soul, he is also within. He teaches within. Just like Maharaj Jajati, within he is repenting, he was understanding, I am doing wrong. Because the knowledge, who is giving this knowledge? Mataha smatir jnanam apohanam cha. Sarvasya chaham hrudi sannivishta mataha smatir jnanam apohanam cha. Everything is coming from the Supreme Lord. The knowledge, forgetfulness, and remembrance, forgetfulness and knowledge, everything coming from Supreme Lord Krishna. So within, that's why Jajati is, next chapter here, repenting what I have did. So, that's why if Krishna shows special favor to a living entity, then from within as a super soul, he started teaching you, what are you doing? Sometimes so much involved in material sense gratification, he will not listen. Then Krishna sent his representative as the super Guru, then sent the spiritual master. The representative of Krishna, he also traveling and just, of course, but sometimes the living entity directly he hears Krishna. Sometimes he did not hear, then he listens to Guru. Here Jajati, he is hearing the Krishna from within. So he is repenting. Next chapter he will just simply repenting. I spend my like a he goat, she goat. We just spend our life uselessly. So Guru antarjami rupe sikhaya. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told to Rupa Goswami, Brahmande Brahmite kon bhagyavan jeev Guru Krishna prasade paye bhakti lata bij. Course of his traveling, there is 84 lakhs of different species. We get this human birth, and then that particular human being is very fortunate who has got a spiritual master. Every birth cycle of every life we are getting a father and mother. Janma janme mata pita, we get father and mother. But rarely we get a spiritual master and Krishna. In a rare life we achieve them. It's not possible always. So that's why without the mercy of Krishna and spiritual master, no one can enter to the spiritual life. No one can understand what he is doing that is wrong. Sometimes get great personalities like Narada Muni traveling, and Srila Prabhupada is also known as Narada Muni of the modern age. In this present age, he is also acted like this. He traveled this entire world 14 times. And the Sambhagyavan, those who are fortunate souls, they come in contact of a spiritual master, then they understood what is his real duty, what is his goal of life. So we see in many histories also, person those who are completely engrossed, completely engaged in material life, how their lives and then now here is example of Maharaj Jajati. But see Prabhupada quoted many times a verse from Jamunacharya. Jamunacharya was a great king. Though he was born in a Brahmana family, they get stories. And finally, somehow he became a great king, having 100 queens. He was enjoying his life. He was but his grandfather was Nathamuni. Nathamuni is a great devotee. And when he was leaving his body, he called one of his disciples, Sri Ram Mishra. He told, my great grandson, this Jamuna, he lost the path, real path of the the devotional path. He just working in a opposite way. He was simply engaged himself in Sanskrit. Though he is a king, he has 100 queens, but this is not the goal of life. He simply engaged in Sanskritification. Go and deliver him from that conditioned life. So we know the story how Ram Mishra, when Nathamuni passed away, then he came following the orders of his guru. And he was trying to meet the king. Jamunacharya was a king, emperor. He wanted to meet him, but no one allowed him to go to meet the king. Get out. Why you meet the king? So he planned to how to meet Jamunacharya. So he collected every day some spinach, some sags. That is, if you regularly eat this, according to Ayurveda, eat these sags, then you will develop the mood of goodness. So Ram Mishra was collecting this spinach sag, then he was going behind to the kitchen. Then he was handed over this sags to the cook and telling you make sag and gave every day, after offering to the Lord, gave every day to the king in his meal. When he is taking his lunch, every day provide this sag. Like this he was supplying 1 year. Whole. The king also, seeing that since I am eating this particular sag, certain time my material desires are gradually reducing. I am feeling something in the mood of goodness to read Gita, Bhagavatam, discuss something spiritual topic. So my passionate nature is gradually changing. But suddenly, after 1 year, one day, Ram Mishra did not bring the sag and spinach, just disappeared. Then the king asked the cook, where is the sag? Every day you are bringing, where is that sag? King, I did not have this because the one person every day was bringing this sag to me. Suddenly, he supplied for 1 year, but suddenly disappeared, he is not bringing. And actually that person wanted to meet you. But because you are a king and he was an ordinary person, no one allowed him to meet you. Maybe he disappointed and left. King told, okay, this time he'll come anywhere, see, please bring him immediately to me. So after a few days, again he brought this sag, come with spinach. The cook told, you have to immediately to meet king. King wants to meet you. So when Ram Mishra went to the king, then he asked, who are you? He told, I am a disciple of your grandfather, Nathamuni. And Nathamuni, your grandfather has kept a treasury, a big lump sum amount of wealth. That is wealth just waiting for you. You have to go to inherit those wealth. But there is this wealth was within 7 walls. There are 7 walls. After you have to cross 7 walls, then and in the internal room there is this wealth was there, and a great snake is guarding. There is 1,000 hooded snakes just guarding that this wealth. This wealth is meant only for you. When you reach there, then you get this wealth. The snake will allow you to. So he was, that time he did not think about Krishna, but he was thinking, oh, I have to go. My grandfather has kept so much amount of wealth for me. I have to go. Told, no, if you want, then you have to walk with me immediately. You have to go. Just left everything. And then Jamunacharya just follow Ram Mishra. In the way, Ram Mishra just reading every day Bhagavad Gita. Jatasrahi, Dhruva Mrityu, Dhruva Janma Mrityu, just is. Matra Sparsastu Kaunte, Sita Usna Sukhadukada, Agama Paina Nityam Tom, Dehina Osmin Jatha Dehi, Komarang Jovanang Jara, Tatha Dehantara Prapti, Dhirastatranam Yati, Navajayate, Amriyatavakata, like this Bhagavad Gita. So Jamunacharya was a young boy, he has also accepted a guru, and he was studying Gita, Bhagavad, he knows everything, but because of his engaged in this, these activities as a king, so he is gradually forgotten all these things. Now he is just remembering all these things. Read more, whole way. Then he reached Srirangam. Then Ram Mishra just guiding. Look. That time his mind was completely changed, because in a way about 1 month, simply reciting Bhagavad Gita and discussing Bhagavad Gita in the way. When he arrived, entered after crossing the 7, well, if you nowadays you go to Rangnath temple, you see 7 walls. Prabhupada wrote, this is the largest temple of the world. Any area-wise, it's very big area. So he crossing the 7 gates, then he saw what is the wealth. This Rangnath is sleeping on bed of Anantasesa, sleeping. Now he could understand what Ram Mishra told me. He brought me to the lotus feet of Vishnu. A Rangnatham is not four-headed. He has no forehand. He is only two-handed. He is a two-handed Lord. His Ramachandra gave this deity to Bibhishan to take to Lanka. Bibhishan was very much feeling separation from Ramchandra. He was not agreed to return back to Lanka. Ramchandra gave this deity to him. This deity was two-handed, not four-handed. Vishnu. A two-handed deity, sleeping on Anantaseja. So when he saw that, then he was just seeing the Lord, he was crying and crying and crying, just fell down, feet of the Lord. And he never returned back. Then the Prabhupada generally quote this verse, Jamunacharya, what happened when he was a king, enjoying 100 queens, and is such a materialistic mentality, but when he got the association of a saintly person, Ram Mishra, then he became a devotee. He never returned back again to his kingdom. Just fell down at the feet of Ranganath, then he spent whole life. He became a great acharya. Even Ramanujacharya was aspiring to be his disciple. So, then the famous verse Prabhupada generally quote, Jadavadhi mama chitta Krishna padara binde Nava nava rasadhamani udyatam rantumasit Tadavadhi batanari sangamam samyamane Bhavati mukha vikara sustu nishtivanam cha. Since my mind has been engaged in the transcendental loving service of Krishna, realizing ever new pleasure in him, whenever I think of sex pleasure, I spit at the thought and my lips curl with distaste. So that is, you will see also, happened to Maharaj Jajati. Because he achieved the mercy from Supreme Lord from within. Krishna is giving him the knowledge. Mata Smriti Jnanam. So he could understand. So externally, for a long time, though he was enjoying with his wife, but he was internally always thinking, oh, what I am doing. I shouldn't waste my life like this. But forcefully, he is acting like this. But next, this is not Conclusion, next chapters we'll see how Jajati will disgusted. He left his wife Devajani and he accepted Vanaprastha. Then he, by apart from pure devotional service, he achieved liberation. So in this way, this is the teachings in this canto, in this 9th canto, Isa Anukatha. Isa Anukatha. Isa the Lord and Lord's devotees, his pastimes and liberation. How this, even the beginning, if someone is in materialistic life, then how will ultimately achieve liberations. Hare Krishna. So 2-3 minutes there. Any question or comment? Yes. Huh?
I said the life we see from this text of Jayanti Maharaj.
Life?
Life of Jayanti Maharaj. He lived the whole life he was enjoying.
Jajati. Maharaj Jajati was whole life he was enjoying.
From the text, different things, enjoyment. 1446, that was yesterday, with the closing of this text. You understand? Okay.
You speak in mic, you are.
I said from yesterday, 46.
Yesterday.
With the end of this particular section, we see that it was mentioned in 46 that he ruled the citizen like father. Jayanti ruled the citizen like
Jajati's guru.
rule the citizen like the father. So it's like there is a doubt there. Someone whom you're living a life of gratification, then how are you able to rule the citizen like a father? If we are to go through the Rupa Goswami's analysis of who should lead, we have there's a contradiction there. I don't know if you understand it.
If he lived a life of enjoying the whole life, then how he was dealing like a father to the whole citizen.
Oh, that is going on in present world, present day world also. So what can do? So in condition, so his father, but the question is like this Bhagavatam told, jo pita no sasyat, janani no sasyat, guru no sasyat, like this. So how Jajati is acting as a father if he is exchanging the ut from his own son and shameless. So that's why he is repenting. At the end of his life he could understand. But because his youngest son, Puru, exchanged the oath. Puru was intelligent. He knows how many, ultimately he will, because it was Tretaya. The lifespan was 10,000 years. Not like Kali Yuga, 1,000 years. 10,000 years. After 1,000 years enjoying, then Jajati feels frustrated. Okay? Yes.
At the end, he was limiting, the act was limiting that whatever he has done was not, he was remembering Krishna, that whatever he has done. So similarly, in the material world also, some devotees, they do this type of things and then lament and Krishna can forgive him.
Yes. If he is, it is better to in Kali Yuga to safe, to accept a spiritual master. Even we see many histories, those who have taken shelter of Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, everyone, one devotee told me in Los Angeles that how one ladies, when they came to the temple, and he holds a Prabhupada picture, she holds a picture and just seeing the picture and seeing Prabhupada, then like a maid woman shouted, hey, this man, yes, this man, this man, this man. And really, what happened? And I saw the picture. This man. What happened? And he told that my husband was keeping this picture with his with the bed. And I did not know who is this man, but he was always keeping this in his head, this picture. And when he was concerned, when he was dying, just keeping this picture on. He was always keeping a picture on his chest. Then when he was leaving his body, dying, he shouted, Prabhupada, Prabhupada, you came, Prabhupada, you came, Prabhupada, you came. Then he left his body. So that's why she was just searching, who is this man? Everywhere. To come and then saw this picture. So a spiritual master never rejects disciples. So fortunate, those were direct shelter of Srila Prabhupada, then we have fortunate. And also his acharyas following Prabhupada's parampara. It's safe to follow spiritual. That's why Krishna is sending the spiritual masters. Okay? Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय।